What's going on, guys? Can you guys hear me well? Welcome to the live stream. What is going on? Thanks for coming to the live stream. I'm just setting up some things real quick. What's up, Frank? How you been, Frank? Let's get that right there. FOMC on May 7th, inflation and rate cuts guidance incoming. China resumes negotiations with USA. Yeah. Wow, tomorrow. Wow. So yeah, tomorrow is gonna be a
subscriber.
Pretty volatile day, right? Depending on what's going on with the rate cuts. We might be pumping, you know, there might be some news that it is bullish, right? So that's a good sign. Let me just get the thing. Just give me a second, guys. I'm trying to go live on like all platforms. There we go. Hang it in there, brother. DCA. Hey man, same. I've been DCA. I bought a couple coins this week. You know, basically the same coins I've been buying for a while. But yeah, man, you know, it's been a long bull market. That's the truth. And, you know, this bull market is definitely not a fast one like last one. Let me just go some things real quick. All right. But if you guys are new, definitely like, comment below. We're gonna check out your favorite coins. Do not worry. We're gonna cover all your favorite coins, which coins to buy, not financial advice, which coins to not buy, what's going on with Bitcoin. We're gonna get a Bitcoin update as well. And we're just gonna have a good time. Gonna have a fun time here. Showing you guys the crypto market. So let's get it. Let's go live here. There we go. Now we're able to go live everywhere. We got Instagram set up, and now TikTok is almost ready. All right, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. All right, guys, we are live everywhere. You guys are having a wonderful day. Shout out to Frank B for being the first viewer here. Bitcoin 97K. Maybe we might hit 98K. Who knows? We'll see. But a great start to the month, and tomorrow could be the cherry on top, right? Depending on what the FOMC meeting says, what they say tomorrow. But here on the weekly, we can see that momentum. We're starting to go back up on the weekly. Look, my only worries here, guys, is if we get overbought too fast, and we could potentially put in maybe a lower high. That's my only worries. So I'm kind of scared of how fast the stochastic's moving on the weekly. You see that right there? that's my main worry. But it doesn't mean it's, you know, it's not bearish yet. Thank you guys. Don't forget to like. If you guys are new, we're gonna cover all your favorite cryptos. Do not worry. We got a ton of coins to cover. Bitcoin 97K. Bitcoin 97K. And the sentiment is still so low. This is why I'm so bullish, guys. This is why I've been so bullish, because Bitcoin has been in the 90s, 97K, and the sentiment is still very low, right? And you know, that's normal. Seeing a lot of altcoins dumping, Bitcoin dominance taking off, because most people are invested in altcoins. Short-term lower high, yeah, that's true. Thank you guys for the likes. Shout out to you guys on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. But we're just taking a look here at the charts. I want to take a look here at Bitcoin dominance real quick, see how that's doing. Still in the uprise on the monthly, right? On the weekly, we just been in this huge uptrend for, you know, weeks now. Bitcoin dominance has been taking off. So I do believe, look, I really do. I did not believe we would get this high on Bitcoin dominance, if, you know, 70, but I do believe we have a chance of getting to the 2021 levels about 70. You know, seeing how dominant it's been here. And there's still a long way for Bitcoin to go to 150K plus. So we can very well get here to 2021 levels for Bitcoin dominance. Now the total market cap, interesting thing about the total market cap is we're at 2.97, and we're gonna hit 3 trillion soon, maybe tomorrow. But it's looking like we put in that higher low right there, right? And it's what's beautiful about this on the total market cap, guys. I mean, this was a no-brainer to buy here, and I'm happy I bought. I'm happy I bought on this crash because it's a no-brainer. This is a big point of control, right? Boom, resistance. Obviously, the previous top resistance. You break through that, well, guess what? We're gonna come down to retest it. This was the retest. This was the retest. And this probably is the bottom. Yeah, I don't know if it is, but this probably is the bottom right here until the bear market. Yeah. Have you heard about June 2nd being the start of a big run? No. What's the rumors about June 2nd? Definitely let me know. Does that have to do with global liquidity or something like that? Bitcoin dominance almost looks like a like gold, right? Yeah. Bitcoin dominance. Look, Bitcoin dominance, the trend is your friend, and Bitcoin dominance, the trend is the most clearest. I mean, since 2022, right? It was since December 2022, towards the end of 2022, Bitcoin dominance has just been in this mega uptrend. And you know what can happen is something similar to last time for Bitcoin dominance, where it comes to a top and then it comes down and it double tops, right? So we might see something similar. I mean, not exactly the same, right? But I mean, it shows you that, you know, altcoin season isn't anytime soon, right? But it's still coming, I believe. Once we start to have a confirmed downtrend here, just like we did right here, right there and right here. This right here was the peak of altcoin season. This is when altcoins were going crazy right here. See that right there? That was when altcoins were going crazy, and I believe this was actually the top right here. This was like around here somewhere. Yeah, April. Around that time right there was the top of the, you know, the market, crypto market. Go look somewhere. Yeah. Hi, what's up, Summer? Thanks for joining the live stream. Shout out to all you guys. Thank you for the likes. Hope you guys like the new setup. Bitcoin 97K. Tomorrow we're gonna have the FOMC meeting. maybe there's good news that we don't know about yet. Maybe that's why Bitcoin's pumping, or maybe they're just pumping it to dump it tomorrow, right? So there's a lot of things that can might be going on behind the scenes that we don't know. But tomorrow's gonna be a big day, FOMC meeting. We'll see if they cut rates or not. I haven't been keeping up, to be honest. What's the probability? Is it a higher chance they will cut rates, or are they just gonna stay paused again? June 2nd is 45 days after what appears to be the bottom for most alts. Oh, okay. I did not know that. So shout out to Boogeyman, my one of my moderators. He said June 2nd is 45 days after what appears to be the bottom for most altcoins. Interesting. Yeah. When Jerome Powell says we will stop the QT, it would be crazy. Yeah, that would be crazy, right? I mean, I don't think he's gonna be. I don't think they're gonna make it that obvious where they're gonna be like, oh yeah, we're gonna stop QT and stuff like that. But he'll probably give hints. Well, they're set to keep in the same, but I think there's going to be a rate drop. Yeah, especially because they they promised rate cuts this year, at least 2. So hopefully they do. Ado says cut rates maybe in June. Andrew said no, they're not cutting rates. Okay, so I'm guessing the probability is that they're not cutting rates, right? And they're just trying to push it back further and further. June 2nd is 45 days. The housing market has already had a drop on the interest rates as well. Oh yeah, that's true, right? Do you have any idea about Solana's price? Solana, we'll take a look here at Solana. Solana coming back to this big point of control range right here, right? This big support range. We can see that it actually wicked down here to the same price, from February 2024. So this was actually much needed here for Solana. I know a lot of people, this is a big dump for Solana, especially seeing, but you got to understand, Solana came, $8 during the bear market. I mean, this was one of the best recoveries ever, and it was just going on a tear. It built up a lot of support right here. So I don't understand why people are scared. People are going freaking out when Solana dropped this much, because there's a lot of support right here, and Solana's back over it, and it's ready to go higher, right? This is a nice higher low here, and I believe Solana is gonna go. I believe Solana has a chance to go over 1,000, to be honest. But I mean, looking at Solana, right, there is a chance that I believe it has to go over 1,000, but at least we can see right here based on Fibonacci, right, 700, 600, I think is definitely right above 600 or so, and that 0.38 brings us to 1,000. So it really depends on the market, and also what's going on behind, with Solana and Ethereum. 1,000% not cutting rates. Oh, okay. All right, so I guess they're not cutting rates, right? Because I have been keeping up with what they've been saying with the probability. So it looks like, based off what you guys are saying, that the FOMC, they're not going to cut rates. So, Bitcoin might be pumping today to dump tomorrow. Like I said. Amal, what's up, Amal? I've been traveling. I went to Brazil. That's where I've been, but I'm back now. Consistent. Been live streaming, every other day at least. Oh yeah, Solana pulled a beast mode. Sammy, what's up, Sammy? How you been? Thank you for the gifts, guys. By the way, thank you for the gifts. Yeah, but I basically I went to Brazil for about like a month or so. I'm happy to be back, and I'm not just happy to be back, guys. I'm happy to be back with Bitcoin at 97K. That's amazing. Because last time, people are freaking out. People, how many people are calling for the top to be in? And they still are. I don't believe the top is in. But there are so many people calling for us to go lower. even in my group, right? I mean, there were people in the Telegram, they were saying Bitcoin is going to the 60s. And I'm not saying it won't. It will eventually in next bear market. But they were calling it this time, right? But when you look at this, you just see the amount of support that Bitcoin had right here with the previous all-time high right there. And the amount of support that we built right here. So this was a big point of control and a beautiful bounce here for Bitcoin. So most likely this is the higher low that Bitcoin put in to continue this crazy uptrend since the bear market. So, you know, Bitcoin is still super bullish here. We bounced off a channel, that's why we're going up. Yeah. Fear not now is a stagflation. We need clarification of inflation tomorrow. Monetary easing later this year. Okay, so you believe they're gonna do a quantitative easing later this year? House plus chill guy, I made $3K with $15. Man, do you guys think it's gonna be a bullish summer? When was the last time we had a bullish summer for crypto? Like, I feel like all the summers has just been like bearish, right? Or like at least flat or bearish. I can't remember the last summer it's been bullish. So who knows? Maybe this summer it might be a bullish summer. So Liz, can you look at virtual? I'm looking for an entry just based on charts. I got you, Sammy. We'll take a look at virtuals for you. It's rocket time. Gert is here. It's rocket time. Yeah. But don't get too excited, guys, right? We might be pumping right now to dump tomorrow with the FOMC meeting. So don't get too excited. But let's take a look here at virtual for Sammy. He's trying to get on a trade. I'm just gonna, you know, give you my honest opinion here based on the charts, how it's looking. You know, I would definitely be careful with a long on this, right? I mean, it depends if you're swinging or if you're scalping. You know, because it looks here like we hit a top, and it's trying to find a bottom. And yeah, I mean, this could be the bottom right here. It's trying to find support, so it can very well go lower. So I'll be careful longing this, to be honest. I feel like this is most likely coming down here to find support or build support, right? So I'll be mostly bearish, to be honest, short-term bearish. But we can see, you know, it doesn't hurt if you want to put a swing trade long. I'll wait to watch it flatten out a little bit, put in the higher low, be patient, and then put a swing long somewhere around there for it to, you know, go up higher. But short term, I'll definitely be more short here. You know, just my opinion. Thoughts on ZBCN? Man, you know, if you didn't know about me, I bought ZBCN before it took off the first time. I'm so happy with that. And this is why having a Telegram community, a free Telegram community, is amazing, guys, because there's people in there that, you know, tell me about this coin and that coin, and ZBCN was one of them, and I looked into it and I bought some, and I'm up a ton. So this is why I love my community. If you guys want to join, it's free, by the way, 100% for free on Telegram. It's the link is in, it should be in my bio on the WAP. So you just click the WAP link, and it should be it's like the free tier. But ZBCN, I mean, looking at the chart, I mean this looks like it's gonna take off soon, right? I'm probably not right now because we're basically testing our previous top right here, right? So we're at our previous top right here, you know, before we basically came down with the market, which was normal. So I'm more bearish right now, short term. I'm bearish short term for ZBCN, but I do believe eventually, right, we might come down a little bit. Eventually it's gonna take off, and like you see this huge gap right there, it's gonna fill that in. And a big part of this is the project, right? When a project is doing good things, guys, and they're just, developing and bringing utility to the market and value, they are going to recover and just go off higher, right? The charts don't lie. So this is people buying. So yeah, I'm bullish on ZBCN. It doesn't show me. This is all it shows me for ZBCN. This is all it shows me. Oh wow, the average price 0.0. Oh wow, that's crazy. You've been buying? Yeah, that's around the time where I started buying too, like February and January, I believe. And I haven't sold. I should have taken profits. But like I said, I was traveling Brazil. I was trying to, you know, enjoy my time. But I'm happy I didn't sell out of fear, because the worst thing you could have done was sell at the bottom out of fear, and it's up like 200% or something. What do you mean what happened with Bitcoin in 2021? This is Bitcoin 2021. $7 million, that's a pretty good amount of ZBCN. That's a pretty good amount. Bro, you're doing a great job. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Dark Files. Appreciate it. And I appreciate all of you guys that watch my videos on YouTube. We got 37K on YouTube. We got 30K on, about to reach 30K on TikTok. So you guys been killing it. I'm so lost. How do I start? Hey man, you're in the right place. If you're a beginner in crypto, you're in the right place. Don't be afraid to ask any questions. This is why I live stream, by the way. I live stream for people that are beginners that want to get into crypto investing, to come out here and just ask questions, right? And join a friendly community. Because that's how I was one day, right? I didn't know anything about crypto. And so, you know, the best way to start lineup is to just really it's not just about downloading an app and start buying. You really want to watch. I recommend watching videos if you're a visual and learner by audio. Watching videos on people that are good with research and just learning about crypto in general. And then that's going to give you more confidence, more conviction on when you buy. But you know, Coinbase, Gemini, these are all great applications where you can create an account, you can fund it with your bank, connect your bank, and you can start investing in a wide selection of crypto. So the ones that I use, if you want to use my referral code, if you want to help me out, you can check out my link in the bio. Those are the ones I recommend. Look at the top in 2021. Okay, yeah. Right here, 2021 top. 2021 top. Man, can Bitcoin break 98K this stream? That'll be awesome. If Bitcoin can break over 98K. 2017. Yeah, 2017. You know what's amazing about the bear market is the fact that I told you guys this before, right? The bear market bottom was basically 2017's top. So, you know, it's so simple, but you can see right there, 2017's top, basically bear market bottom. People were just freaking out. Sinu, what's up, Sinu? How you been, bro? Of course I remember you. How you been, bro? I remember you in your the edits and everything, the video editing and your YouTube channel was awesome, man. Back in the day. Shout out to Sinu. History repeats itself with Bitcoin, yeah. I mean, look at that. So look, maybe next bear market, the bottom might be somewhere in this range, possibly. All right, maybe somewhere in this range. Somewhere in this range, possibly. And people might say, "Oh no, we're going lower. We're gonna go 30K or lower," but they don't understand. Bitcoin's not done yet. What if Bitcoin goes over 200K plus or more, right? If it, I mean, just imagine that. Do you think people when Bitcoin's at 200K, you think people are going to be saying, oh yeah, Bitcoin's going to go back to 30K? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, the same thing that people were saying right here. Do you know how many people were saying right here when Bitcoin was at 65K? There were like big TikTokers. I remember this. Big YouTubers saying that, yeah, Bitcoin will never go under 20K again. And it did. Right? It went under 20K. So, you know, and this was the biggest this is the biggest bull trap right here. I remember during this time because like 80% of people are bullish here. Right? And then that was the biggest bull trap right there that I've ever, and that was during that time already. I sold most of my altcoins. I was basically like 80% out. Is Farcoin just in consolidation? Farcoin? I don't know. Let's check out Farcoin then. Simone, what's up? If you can see cookies. Yeah, I got you. Let me check out Farcoin real quick. If it's in consolidation. I don't know. It looks like it's pretty high right now. Is it an all-time high? What is Farcoin at? I mean, this is all the chart shows me. Honestly, it looks like, yeah, I mean, I'll be patient with Farcoin. It looks like it's going to start coming down a bit. So, I wouldn't even say it's in consolidation yet. It looks like it's starting to come down to consolidate, right? So, just be careful with that. I'm doing great, Simone. How about you? I'll take a look at Cookie DAO for you right here on Gate.io. I think last time I looked at this, overall, long term is looking great, right? I mean, it's looking, yeah, it came down the market. It bounced out a great target right here. I would just be careful right now. I'm bearish right now because the reason is because this is just a big point of control. So the probability is here is that this is going to be resistance. We're probably going to come down a little bit more, right? So short term, we're in an uptrend, but it's like we hit a wall. And we hit a wall because there's a lot of resistance here. This is a big point of control. And we might not break it on the first hit. So we might have to come down, put in a higher low, right? Continue the uptrend, a higher low. And then on the second time we break it, you see? So long term, I'm bullish based on the chart. Short term, I'd rather be a short term if I were trading it. Dang, pullback is gonna be wild. Yeah. But long term, guys, I'm super bullish, right? Even with the pullbacks. Grade 2, anxious for the market to pick up. Yeah, I mean, like this has been a very long bull market, and that's good. That's good, because I believe with how long this bull market has been, I have a big feeling that the top. I don't believe the top is going to be as explosive as the previous bull markets, but the good thing, guys, is that I feel like it's going to last longer. And that's good because that gives you time to take your profits and get out. The only thing here that you guys got to watch out for is the fact that I just don't see it being as explosive as the previous bull markets. Right? Like the previous bull markets were very explosive, but fast, right? It was short-lived. This one has been much slower, much more mature. There's a lot more smart money in play. So I do believe it's gonna be longer. It's just not gonna be as explosive. Just my honest opinion. So you think Dogecoin will not go? No, I do think it'll go to 76 cents. I do think it. I still think Dogecoin will go over $1 plus. Right? My targets on Dogecoin are the same. You can see right here at 150, right? From 150 to 220. I think that's the conservative price. All-time high for Dogecoin this bull market. The 618 brings it to around $4. So, and Dogecoin has been Dogecoin has been one of the best looking charts, one of the most bullish charts. You can see how it's been. I mean, this is a beautiful bounce right here off the 618. It looks like it's starting to turn around here, right? So Bitcoin is the first mover. That's what you guys got to understand. The great thing about this is the market's altcoins following Bitcoin. This is the gap before altcoins really start to take off and follow Bitcoin, right? If you believe they're going to follow Bitcoin eventually. Yeah. Hey Michael, what are you talking about, bro? I haven't seen your. What was the coin? Comment it more. You have to comment it more than one time, because people comment in here and then the chat goes up. Is Pepe looking good for an entry? Looking at charts. Let's take a look at Pepe. Let me take a look here at XRP first. Someone asked for XRP before we take a look at Pepe. This year? Yeah, it could be this year. This year or 2026. But yeah, XRP. This is XRP right here. It's been holding this like a beast, right? It's been holding this level like a beast. And yeah, I just believe XRP has been in just consolidation phase here. You know, we might go a little bit lower, but I don't believe we're gonna break this and just go down here to like $1 or so. I think it's building a support. I think it's building a floor at its previous all-time high, especially with the market coming down. I mean, Bitcoin coming down to the 70s. You would imagine XRP coming down hard too, but it hasn't, right? It's been holding up well. That just shows you the amount of buyers below this right here, building a wall of support. So I'm bullish on XRP. I think this is that phase where it's consolidating. People are buying before the next move up. So I'm bullish on it. Yeah. Looks like precious metals have hit their top. Why gold is coming down? Gold's been up a ton, right? Gold's been up. I mean, it's been breaking records. So, gold's coming down. That might be a good sign for the markets, stock market, crypto markets. So, all right, let's check out some more coins. And sorry guys if I don't check out your coin yet. I'm gonna try to check out all your favorite coins. I remember someone asked for Pepe. Pepe is also in consolidation phase. I mean, Pepe's also been looking great. I mean, it's with the market coming down. This is Pepe's big support range, and it didn't break it, as you can see right there. So this might be a great time to buy Pepe in this area, right, in this point of control. If it goes back to its high, its previous high, that's a 250% right there. So I'm very bullish for Pepe, because you see a lot of meme coins, especially a lot of meme coins broke a support like this, and then they went down hard to at least like right here, like Turbo, for example, Brett. Obviously these are lower cap meme coins, but Pepe has been holding up pretty well, which is bullish. Very bullish. All right, let me scroll up real quick. ETH. Anytime, Sammy. Pudgy Penguins. What's up, Pudgy Penguins tag? What's the tag for the coin? Is it Pangu or... Let me know. ETH too, right? I mean, look, ETH, you could say ETH looks horrible. But when you look at ETH, it's looking like this is probably going to be the bottom. Or where it consolidates here. Because, I mean, just look at this. Look at the history here that ETH has in this big point of control. There's just so much support here that it's most likely going to consolidate a little bit and start to curve up. And then that'll be the bottom. Right? So yeah, ETH looks horrible, but you want to buy when it's down like this, right? When it looks horrible, but you're bullish on the project. If it looks horrible and you're not bullish on the project, maybe like Polkadot, then you don't want to buy. If you're bullish on ETH, like I'm still bullish on ETH, and we came down hard, but you can just see here on the history, there's a lot of support here. You know, this was basically the range where ETH really started to take off back in August 2023. So this might be a good time to buy if you're bullish on it. Pangu, okay, it's Pangu. We'll check out Pangu. A lot of you guys are asking for Pangu. Yeah, I think I looked at this last time, but basically it looks like we were right on point, because I believe last time I looked at this, we were like right here, and I was basically saying, you know, we're probably going to come down to this support, right? We came close to it. I mean, look at that right there. We came pretty close, but you can see that, you know, we came down here a little bit. But Pangu, I mean, look, Pangu is showing a lot signs of life here, because, you know, if this coin, right, this coin got launched and it just dumped, right? It looked like it rug pulled. And if it has something like this, like a beautiful candle like that, that's a good sign. Because, you know, most meme coins, they'll just stay flat here, kind of struggling, and just, you know, basically go to zero. But Pangu is showing good signs, showing signs of life. That's what you want to see. So most likely, we'll probably be like in the bull flag. And the bull flag is, you know, we're trending down short term, but then out of nowhere, big spike up, right? So putting in a higher low. So that's what I see for Pangu. And the biggest reason is this candle right here. This is a candle that shows you that Pangu is not dead. You can see right there. So I'm bullish on Pangu. Thank you guys for the likes. Shout out to you guys on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. I'm gonna try to check out all your favorite coins, so don't worry. Bitcoin at 97K. Tomorrow's gonna be a big day, FOMC meeting. Let's see, maybe, hey, I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin breaks 100K. Depending if it's good news, right? Or on the other hand, we might be just pumping tonight to dump tomorrow. So we know how smart money, you know, the big money plays with the market. You know, it prompts up the market, try to get everyone excited, everyone to FOMO in, and then we might, you know, we'll dump tomorrow or something like that. So don't get too excited, but we'll see. I wish I had off to tomorrow to live stream the FOMC meeting, but I'll probably live stream at night. Thank you, Dr. Octa. Shout out to Dr. Octa. Why did it shoot up? I think it's like rumors regarding like China and USA tariffs, negotiations, gold coming down too. So a lot of people, you guys are saying that gold is coming down. And you know, I'm not surprised with gold coming down a little bit, because it's been up a ton. You know, I just don't understand why people get like super bullish when something's going up for so long. Like, I'm bullish on gold, but people are like, when something's going up so much and people are like, they just keep being bullish on it, it's gonna get to a point where it's gonna start to come down. And that goes for Bitcoin too. Yeah, it'll be great. Yeah, a lot of people think the tariffs are just gonna be a thing where eventually, you know, they come to agreements, and then when the market gets used to it and realizes that it's not a big issue, then they start to pump. So all right, well, what coin you guys want? What was it? Jasmi? They play with us. Yeah, you see, the good thing about Sammy just said that they play with us. That's true, right? I mean, they it's been all over the place with the tariffs and everything, but the thing, guys, you guys gotta be smart, and you gotta buy the dips, right? This big crash with Bitcoin going to 70K, 73K or so. You understand? If you understand they're playing with us, you buy those dips. I bought. I was posting on Telegram, which is free, on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, by the way. I was posting to you guys the coins I was buying. I was, you know, Dogecoin went to like 13 cents, right? Chainlink went back to like $10 or something, I forget, but I was buying a ton of coins. I sold my gold recently and bought more crypto. We had all-time high. Awesome. I think some big YouTuber also sold their gold recently too. So, dude, you're not going to look at dog with fat or no? Yeah, my bad, guys. Let's start taking a look at some of the coins. And yeah, I'll take a look at dog with fat. Let me just check out Jasmi real quick. Some last for Jasmi. So Jasmi, honestly, Jasmi, it lost a huge support level right there. But you know, the big reason it lost the support level is because I had to fill this gap in right here. You see this huge gap right here where Jasmi exploded, right? You see this huge gap right here? It had to come back in and fill that. So the same way that Bitcoin had to come down and fill its gap, Jasmi did the same thing in its own way. And now it's coming back up. It's finding a little bit of resistance. Maybe it might even come down a little bit, put in a higher low. But I do believe Jasmi will eventually break that and then start to recover and do something like that. So I am bullish on Jasmi. It's just that it dropped hard because it had a huge explosion, right? So just give me a second, guys. Hold up. I'll be back, guys. I'll be back right in like 2 minutes. I just gotta move my car real quick, so I'll be back in like 2 minutes. So just wait up and I'll see you guys soon. Peace. All right, guys, we are back. We are back. Thank you guys for the follows. Bitcoin 97K 422. Shout out to Frank, the one. Let me know if you guys are still here or gonna check out your favorite coins. Let me know if you're still here. Q&T. Can you check out ZBCN? Yeah, we'll check out both of those. Let me just... I think I checked out ZBCN already, but I'll check it out real quick. And then we'll do Q&T. On the monthly, it's looking great, right? We're putting new highs here on the monthly, so... You know, don't be... I wouldn't be too surprised if we come back here to the previous monthly close. Which is around... 0016. Right, so you might get a pullback. You can see right here, right around here. This was the closing last month, so you might get a pullback there. But man, I'm super bullish on this coin. If any pullback, I think it's an opportunity to buy, to be honest. Gav's dad, thank you, bro. Thank you for the roses, appreciate it. What's up? How you been? Dog with hat. Anytime, Pat. Look, Pat. I bought this coin around here. Okay. Back in February, January, I bought this coin around here. As it was pumping. I didn't buy it here at the bottom, but I bought it here. I should have sold here. I didn't. I wrote it all the way back down, and I didn't sell it. So, you know, I'm bullish on it. Yeah. Hold up, guys. Just give me a second. All right, guys. Now I'm back for real. Now we're back for real. All right. Yeah, dog with fat. Don't worry, I got you guys. Gav's dad, thank you for the roses. Thank you so much. It's like over 50 roses. Thank you so much. Yeah, check out Dog with Hat. I know you've been asking for a minute, so we'll take a look at it. Man, you want my... Let me see if there's a better chart. So yeah, Dog with Hat, man, this coin fell a lot, right? One of the meme coins on Solana. Like we see, it's trying to bounce back. After falling down, what was that, like 90? It fell down 93%. This drop, this coin fell down 93%. And man, honestly, I would definitely be careful with this coin, especially since right here on the weekly. Look, right here on the weekly, we're almost overbought already. right? So we're almost overbought already. We're getting a lot of resistance right there. The only way this can really flip bullish is if we get like a God candle, right? Maybe we come down and we have like a God candle breaking this huge resistance, possibly to like right here. That's the only way I'll be bullish. So it doesn't hurt to buy a little bit right now, to be honest. You know, after showing this sign of this nice rebound, right here. So it's a big risk on coin, to be honest. It's a meme coin. It's a big risk on coin. It's the type of coin you just buy a little bit of and just ride it. But it's not a coin like there's a chance that this coin doesn't recover. There really is a big chance this coin doesn't recover. So just gotta be careful. Because here you can see it on the weekly, right? If we go here on the monthly, you can see we need this month to break this, you know, if not this month, next month to break this support, this resistance. If we can get a break this, if we can flip green this month, that's very bullish, right? To continue this uptrend. So yeah, just be careful with this coin. It was at one point, what was it at? $5. So $5. Wow. Hey, look, if you're investing in coins like that, I'll definitely watch out with the team and the tokenomics. I don't know what's going on with them, but I'll definitely watch that out. Crypto says, let's go cashing out early in the morning. The trend is bearish, so let it settle. What's up, Crypto? How you been, bro? Thanks for watching my videos too, by the way, and commenting. I like the beat. Leave it low, brother. Thank you, man. Appreciate you in here. And yeah, great to see Bitcoin 97K right before the FOMC meeting. Hopefully it's great news. Up, so you got 5,000 coins. Wow. Yeah, I mean, look, if you're down on it, it doesn't hurt to hold, right? But you know, Solana going back up. I mean, this coin whiff has everything to recover. It depends a lot on the tokenomics. It also depends a lot on Solana. So you really gotta hope Solana doesn't just recover, but really takes off nicely. But like I said, there's good signs here for whiff. Right, signs of a rebound here. All right, it's rebounding here. It just needs to put in a higher low. You see right here, if we can flip this as support, we're bullish. If not, if we break that and we're like right here, we're probably gonna put in the new low, to be honest, for whiff. So that's what I would watch right here. If we break this right here, not good. We gotta make sure this is support and then put in a new high very soon on the weekly. So yeah. Sachin, what's up? Would you tell me about XRP? Yeah, XRP is one of the biggest coins in crypto. A lot of people hate it and a lot of people love it. There's like no in between with XRP. It's one of the OG coins too, since 2017. And you know, it's a centralized coin. Its basically aim is to work with the banks and transfer money in a very fast, effortless way. And the thing of XRP is, if it actually does what it's supposed to do, what its goal is to do, it really is going to go up big, right? Like there's no in between, right? It either accomplishes its goal and it goes up big to some crazy prices, or it doesn't and it just slowly dies out. But I do have XRP. It's one of my biggest holdings, to be honest. It really is one of my biggest holdings. It's still not like, even though I'm invested in XRP, I'm not like one of those guys out there that's just saying, yeah, this is going to happen for sure. Like, it's not guaranteed, right? XRP is one of my biggest holdings, but it's not guaranteed that it succeeds. You see, I'm still open-minded to that. But I'm bullish on it. I'm bullish on XRP, and the chart doesn't lie. I'm a big chart guy. Before even fundamentals, you know, the chart to me is very important, and XRP has a very bullish chart. especially with Bitcoin coming down. I mean, it was a big surprise to many that XRP didn't come down big. It's still maintaining this level right here. And a lot of people were expecting XRP to come back down to like $1, maybe even under $1 to right here. So XRP has been performing really well. Yeah, I mean, it as of right now, it is looking like it should be going much higher than its all-time high or this range towards the end of the year, especially if Bitcoin is bullish, right? Because right here, it's consolidating. Maybe it might go down lower, maybe under $2 again, but it's consolidating this range, and then it's going to start to pick up and do something like that. That's what I believe XRP will do. So I do believe it'll go higher toward Q4 or even Q3. User39 says, new to your channel. Great. You're great with the charts. Seem to be honest and not a shill, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you. That means a lot. That means a lot, man. Because that's really what I try to be. I just try to be honest. And obviously not show anything. You know, there's no projects I'm affiliated with or anything. I'm just, honestly, guys, I'm just a regular crypto investor. And it's not even like I have a huge amount. Like, I have like a humble portfolio, to be honest. And I'm just sharing with you guys my crypto journey, you know. And the goal is to be rich, right? That the goal is to be rich. I mean, that's everyone. That should be everyone's goal. But you got to have a plan, right? You can't just be investing in meme coins cluelessly. You know, like my portfolio is pretty balanced. It's pretty versatile or diversified, right? So I have a good amount of coins that are very risk on, but then I still have Bitcoin, I still have Ethereum, I still have Solana, I still have Cardano. So it's tough being an investor out there. You can see with the latest drop, imagine having your portfolio all meme coins or your portfolio all low cap meme altcoins. You can see how the market can just dump 80%, 50% like that. So when you have a diversified portfolio and these big drops, I mean, yes, a part of your portfolio comes down hard, but you know, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, some other coins doesn't go down as like 80% or something. Especially if you're staking it, that's the best thing to do. You know, if you're holding it long term, you definitely want to stake it. What's everyone's rich number retire? Let me know what your rich number to retire is, guys. But yeah, I fully believe you guys can get rich off crypto. It's just a matter of being a good investor and taking the right profits. So this is why I love crypto, because it forces you to be an active investor. You see what I'm saying? Like the average people out there, maybe at your job or whatever, they might have a 401k, or they might have a portfolio in stocks that they buy, maybe ETFs. But it's like they're just buying it for like long term. They're just buying it for 10 years out plus, right? But in crypto, I mean, you're investing in crypto. You're buying, but you are looking to sell, right? You know it's cyclical. And so that forces you to be kind of an active investor and kind of see what's going on with the market, with the news. It makes you learn more, right? Even with the charts. This is how I got into charts, because of crypto. Because it made me want to be an active investor. And stocks, I mean, there are people that are active investor in stocks, but the majority of them are just long-term investors. So they really don't pay attention that much. They're just buying, holding over the long term. And you don't want to do it. You do not want to do that with crypto. You do not want to do that with crypto because they are definitely not like stocks. 10 million is the goal. Man, that's a lot. 10 million. I mean, I guess it could be your long-term goal, right? Jura says, I've held Dogecoin since it was 9 cents. Really? 9 cents? I bought it. Dogecoin was actually my first ever coin I bought. Sachin, sorry I missed your comment. You said, would you suggest any coins to invest? Great question. Let me see here. I'm gonna show you here some coins that I would suggest. But again, none of this is financial advice, of course. These are just coins I personally would buy, and it's not financial advice. Crypto says you are a blue collar worker. If make $1 million and stake it for 4%, you make 40K. Wow, that's awesome. So you make $1 million, you stake it 4%. But then again, right, there's a lot of risk with that. Maybe that coin goes down in value, and maybe if it's like a stable coin or something, so there's risk with that. But that's a great way to look at it for passive income. Program to learn to read charts. I recommend TradingView. This is TradingView. It's absolutely free. It's an app, and it's also a website. But it's definitely the best one. And actually, I have indicators that I code and I sell for TradingView. So this is one of them. It's one of the indicators I coded. It's called the logarithmic waves. You can see right here. It's based on log, and we can see how every single the past bull markets we topped out right there. You see, but you can see there's a diminishing returns, right? So 2017 we hit the top band. 2021 we double top here, and I believe this time around we'll probably come around here somewhere. This is why I made this indicator, so I can, you know, show you guys here, give you guys updates on when I believe the top is in. So it's a brim. But yeah, this is one of my favorite indicators I coded. It's in my WAP if you guys are interested. El Jamon says long-term. Yeah, Bitcoin is the only exception, right? But look, even Bitcoin though, you should look to be an active investor, because I mean, every bear market, Bitcoin went down at least 50% plus. You see what I'm saying? So if you know you're invested in an asset that's gonna go down 50% plus, that kind of forces you to take some profits at least. But yeah, Bitcoin is definitely a long-term hope, right? But yeah, just some of the coins I like I said, I like Cardano, I like AVAX, Dogecoin. We're taking a look here at the top 100. Let's take a look at some of the gainers today, because this kind of gives you a perspective of what coins are taking off in the market. So this is on the monthly, but let's take a look here on the daily. Wow, look, Litecoin is up 11%. What the heck's going on with Litecoin right now? $91, up 11% on the day. XCN, I do hold XCN, up 9%. Pangu, that's why you guys were asking for Pangu, up at 8% on the day. So you got some. This is in the top 100 too. One of the coins I do like too is Crow. I think Crow's pretty undervalued, and I think it's a good price right now. I do like Crow. I sold Dogecoin in 2021, made a 15K. I wish I still had that today. Never sold it. Wow. Yeah, and that's why you know we gotta sell. We gotta take the profits. Does that indicator you had up work on stocks? No. So this indicator is Bitcoin exclusive, right? I made this indicator for Bitcoin exclusive. Even if like this is XRP, you can see that it's completely, it doesn't work for any other coin but Bitcoin. All right, as you can see right here. But so far it's been pretty accurate. So that's the top 100. I want to take a look here at the top 200 and see what's up the most in the top 200. Mog 9%. Even Hex is up 12% too. So we got some meme coins up too today. One of my favorite meme coins, Turbo, up 7%. So that's great to see. And then the top 300, DAG, Honey's up too. Pow. So yeah, pretty good day so far for a couple of the coins. Let's take a look at the weekly. Quant's actually up 16% on the weekly. What price is Quant at? Quant's still under $100, believe it or not. Under $100. What did you want to show me? I'm big on Turbo as well. Yeah, man, I'm pretty big on Turbo. I bought on this dip. You know, speaking about Turbo, let's check it out real quick. But I am pretty big on Turbo. You can see right here. Right, like I only invest in coins that I like the chart of. So if I like the chart, if I like the fundamentals, I'm definitely gonna invest in it. And I do like Turbo altogether. I like its chart, fundamentals. Yeah, I heard about Myro. I just never looked into Myro, but I heard some people say good things about Myro too. I think what attracted me to Turbo was the fact that it was like the first AI coin, well, the first meme coin made by AI. So I think that was kind of what made it unique to me. But not just that, right? Like there's plenty of, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of meme coins that look horrible, that are trash, that was made by AI or people tried doing it with AI. But Turbo is really that one that really took off, and it's like the main one. Yeah, and it looks pretty good. So can you look at Loopring? Sure. I think I looked at Loopring before, and I think I said it was horrible. But we'll take a look at it right now. What is it, LRC? We'll take a look at it. Turbo's still a good buy. Yeah, I believe Turbo's still a good buy. Not financial advice. Yeah, look, I don't like Loopring because it doesn't look good. Maybe this is the bottom. I don't know. Even if it is, right, there's a big chance Loopring doesn't recover. There really is. It's just in this super long-term downtrend. It's below 2022 levels. So look, 2022 bottom right here, right? This is 2022. We're way below 2022 prices. There are a bunch of altcoins. They're basically like the opposite of this. Instead of downtrending like this below 2022 prices, they're above 2022 prices. You see, so that's why I don't like Loopring, because it doesn't look good on the charts. Just because a coin is at historic lows, there's a big chance it might not recover. You see, maybe maybe this is the bottom. Maybe Loopring has a big candle up here. People are getting excited, comes up a little bit more, and then boom, right, puts in a lower high and continues this downtrend, and then eventually it puts in a new low or something. Maybe it does that. I'm just showing you guys here the reality of this, because for this to really flip bullish, we're gonna need to break some big resistance tops here from the past years, and it's not looking like it's gonna do that anytime soon. So yeah, this is a Loopring I'm taking a look at. Yeah, a lot of lower highs. Anytime you guys want to know what coin I'm looking at, it's always here at the bottom right. What was the indicator? Again, I was getting water. So the indicator is a log waves, but it's a private indicator. It's only on my WAP. I made it myself. It's called log waves. But you can check it out. You know, my WAP is pretty low price. I have like 3 tiers. Well, actually 4 tiers. 1 free tier. And then the other 3 tiers is like the first tier. The bronze tier is like $8. I think the other one's like 28 or 35 or something. But it's pretty low price. Can you take a look at Chainlink? Chainlink. Yeah, let's take a look at Chainlink. Chainlink not bad, right? Chainlink is definitely not looking bad. I think Chainlink's a good. Yeah, I'll do Arrow too. XLM. I know you guys asking for XLM. Thank you, Gab's dad. Thank you. Yeah, I have YouTube. I'm actually live on YouTube right now too. Just search Sir Lewis, or you can click my my bio link and click the YouTube logo. But I do have a YouTube. Got 37K subscribers. Look, Chainlink, the 618. And this is why I show you guys here Fibonacci, because Fibonacci is super accurate. You can see right here that 618 is the support right now. That's the support. When Chainlink came down here the first time, we broke it. We wicked down to the 0.78. This time we're doing a good job of not breaking it. Right? We wicked down, but we didn't close here, right? The closing is everything. And here we can see that we wicked down below that 618 right here for Chainlink, but we went right back up and we closed above it. And we need Chainlink to start to curve here, right? Bitcoin is the first mover. It's at 97K. If the market follows Bitcoin, we're going to start to see coins start to accelerate and start to have some big candles to the upside. So you might see Chainlink here, $16 Chainlink pretty soon. But honestly, Chainlink at this price, I think it's a great price. Based on Fibonacci, we might see it hit some targets of, you know, 97 to 130. Conservatively could be the all-time high, which isn't, you know, it's basically like a 2x, about a 2x from its previous all-time high. Right, 100 to 130, and then that 618 brings us to like 217, which 220, which I doubt it. I mean, the only way I'd see Chainlink hitting that this cycle is if there's like some big news or update regarding Chainlink, maybe staking or something like that, and the market's going crazy. So, but we'll see. But look, either way, like for example, I hold Chainlink's one of my big holdings, right? It's all situational. Like the best investors, the best traders are adaptable to the situation. So let's say Chainlink is here at, you know, above 100, maybe 108, 105, right? It's like ping-ponging between 110 to 100, right? And at the same time, maybe Bitcoin's at 140, 150K. Maybe, you know, we're getting a bunch of red flags in the charts, overbought, the pi cycle indicator. We're getting even my own indicators. We're getting a lot of red flags that we're getting near the top, or the top might be in. Right? In that situation, I'm selling probably all my Chainlink in this little range right here, because I'm getting all those red flags. You see what I'm saying? So that's really the type of trader. You got to be adaptable and kind of look at the scenario. I'll be following forever. You really got it together. Thank you, Jerson, man. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you for following me here on TikTok. Have you seen Crew University? Yeah. Wait, Crew University. Is it Crew? Wait, I think I said. Let me see here. Let me see if it's the right person. But I think I did. Let me just make sure. I got you. Rahan, what's up, Rahan? Crew University. Yeah, I know him. Yeah. I follow his channel. He's a great guy. Yeah, I love his channel. He's like straightforward. I love his TA too. I love his TA. Thank you for the hearts, Web3. Appreciate it. But he's leaving YouTube. Are you serious? I haven't watched his recent videos, but no way, no way. That's why is he leaving YouTube? No way. What's the reason? Because his videos are, I mean, his videos are amazing. I mean, there's got to be a reason, because that's crazy. What do you use to do options for crypto? Dev, that's a great question. So far, there's not a lot of options for options on crypto, but I do like crypto.com. It's pretty simple. If you want to use my link, you'll get like a big reward for doing options on crypto.com. You can use my link in the link bio, but crypto.com is pretty, it's like the first ever registered like app that you can fully do options on. It's pretty simple, straightforward, but I do use crypto.com. You just got to find it somewhere in the settings after you sign up, but it should be there. But I do think like you know, after the crypto.com being the first one, you're gonna start to see Coinbase, Kraken, Gemini, all of these try to implement crypto options. I think that's gonna be like the next big thing. On Coinbase Wallet, would you put your profits in USD, then wait to move bigger bags at once? On Coinbase Wallet, well, to be honest, I wouldn't be comfortable holding on Coinbase Wallet because it's like a hot wallet. You know what I mean? I'd rather do that on a cold storage wallet just to be safe. But you know, I would only do USD if you're then gonna transfer it to a bank. If you're gonna like go back into a trade, it'll probably be easier using USDC or maybe USDT depending where you're at. But for Coinbase Wallet, maybe USDC if you're gonna put it back into the market. But if you're gonna transfer it to your bank, then USD for sure. Yeah, it's definitely a different ballpark, because you really gotta know what you're doing, right? With crypto options, but volatility helps a lot. Because right, the market volatile, if you put in a good options trade, if you're following the trend, right, you're following the wave. And what I recommend is don't just be on your phone. Have a chart like this up and have your phone up on crypto options and try to analyze the chart before you really put in the trade. But yeah, I mean, with crypto being up and down a lot, it can be tough. But let's say we're, you know, in a week or a couple days or a day where the market is just going down, or up. That can actually be pretty good. Okay, yeah, I'll watch his last 6 videos. I'll definitely watch it. That's crazy, man. Like I'm a big fan of his, so I definitely gotta watch that. No, look, so Jamin says, does it work like stock options? So crypto is still super new, and they're just like starting to get options up. So it's not like stock options. Like, believe me, I did stock options. I did on Weibo and some other platforms. So it's still not like stock options. It's just getting started. At some point, I believe it will be, but right now it's still super simple. It's like straightforward, super simple. There's not a lot of options, but it's still options technically, because you can get contracts basically and leverage and all that. So I might make a live stream, a dedicated live stream for crypto options soon. I will. Next live stream maybe. And I'll make a video for crypto options. So follow me on YouTube if you guys haven't yet. I'm gonna make a dedicated video for crypto options. Wow, I didn't even notice. Bitcoin at 96K, guys. Bitcoin coming down. Look at that. Let's see how the rest of the market is taking this here on the daily. You see here the top 100. Right, I mean, Litecoin is still going up. Litecoin doesn't care. Litecoin is still up 12%. Here on the hourly, a lot of coins are down, but I still think it's a great time to buy a lot of different coins out there. Like I've been buying Cardano, XLM, Dogecoin. You know, there's been a lot of great opportunity plays out there with Bitcoin coming down this hard. This VRA looking good. All right, let's actually take a look here at total market, the total 3. Right. So this is the total 3. It's actually not looking that bad. Right, it's actually looking like a clear bottom here. And so we had to come down here to this big rejection that we got here back in April. So I mean, the more I look at different charts, the more I'm sensing that we have bottomed. Right? I mean, look at this. So and I'm basically looking at this. I believe we'll eventually put in the higher low and eventually start working up, right? Because look, you look at this, and this is why, you know, you look at a chart like this, and this is why you should have been taking profits. Because when we have this amount of resistance here and we just break through it with a God candle like that, we're eventually going to come back down and retest it. And that's what happened. 9 times out of 10, guys, when we have a God candle like that breaks through a heavy resistance from the past, 9 times out of 10 we come down to retest, and that's what we did. You see that? So, and it's bullish. Coming down to retest a significant resistance target like that, it's bullish. And honestly, I think doing this, it prolongs the top. Right? If we just keep going up only, if we're just going up only, we're gonna top out sooner. We usually top out sooner. You know, a great example too is one of my favorite indicators here on Bitcoin. I'm about to show you one of my indicators here, is the Pi cycle indicator. And the reason why I love this indicator is because the Pi cycle, I don't know if you can see. Let me make the line sticker. But the Pi cycle indicator, it has these two MAs, right? The 111 and the 350. And every time, it's better here on the weekly. Every time they tighten up like this, right? Every time they come together and tighten up, it signals the top of the market. And the last previous tops, it has done that accurately. So 2021, you can see how it's so wide, right? The 111 moving average and the 350, it's wide, and then it basically becomes one, right? It gets closer to each other like that, and then it puts in the top. Same thing here back in 2017. You see 2017, you see how it's going up and up. You see that the 2017, it was longer, right? You can see it was longer like that, but it gave you the sign at the top. And then once it starts falling, once it starts crashing, it starts getting widening again. You see that? So this is the Pi cycle indicator. And the reason why I'm showing you this, guys, is because I want to show you this, you know, present time. So you can see, right, the best times to buy is when it's like super wide, which was during the bear market. That's the best time to buy. Now, you can see right here when Bitcoin hits that all-time high here, breaking an all-time high before the halving. Remember that? First time ever Bitcoin breaks all-time high before the halving. Look how close they were to each other. Look at this. You see that? They were getting so close because Bitcoin was just pumping. And people did not expect Bitcoin to pump that much before the halving. But it did. But guess what happened? Bitcoin, you know, for the next months or so, Bitcoin came down from 74 all the way back down to like 49. And this was mega bullish. Even though people were basically calling that a top, people were so bearish during this time when this was the best buying opportunity. This is a classic bull flag, right? That's a classic bull flag right there. The reason why this is bullish, guys, is because this basically widened out the pi cycle indicator. So if Bitcoin would have kept going up only, we would have probably got a premature top with it basically aligning. And I mean, we could have basically topped at 100K, 110K, aligning right here, putting the pi cycle top signal, and that being the top. So that's why sometimes it's not good to just be going up only like we did back here. Look at this, 2017, just up only. And like I've been saying this whole entire time, this bull market is the most mature, longest bull market we had because of that, because of these big corrections, and the recent one too. You see, so just wanted to share that with you guys. But yeah, Jerson, thank you so much, bro. Thank you for all the support. Follow this man and he will give you the best advice. Just going back to is very interested. Man, thank you, man. That means a lot. That means a lot. And I just want to point out too that nothing here is financial advice. I'm just sharing my you know, what I learned over the years and my thoughts. But you know, I just want to share some things with you guys. Is Sui a good buy right now? Sui, let's take a look at Sui. I know Sui's been up a ton. Yeah. But as of right now, right? So you want to know right now if Sui's a good buy. Yeah, I'll show you M2 M2 supply. Yeah, so Sui, I mean, Sui's looking good long term, right? Let's just be honest. Long term, I think Sui is going to go to double digits. So it doesn't hurt to buy right now if you're long term on Sui. You know, I don't think it's the best time to go all in just because it's up. I mean, since the bottom here, Sui's up 92%, right? So Sui came down from the top here around $5 or so. Sui came down 67%. But recently here it's been up 92%. Right, so let's see right here. Yeah, about 68% on the monthly. So it's up a lot. It looks like here on the weekly we're putting in new lows here. So I would wait out on Sui for now, but I'll be looking for an entry very soon because it's long term, it's bullish. So it doesn't hurt to maybe invest a little bit, like I said, but not go all in. I want to see some targets here to see where it could possibly come down, because you can see right here, it's completely normal for Sui to find a resistance level right there. I mean, what I see for Sui, I don't see it like coming down hard, you know, all the way to here, all the way back down here. I see just, you know, flattening out here, possibly $3 or so, you know, putting in a higher low and then eventually going back up, just because it's such a strong coin. It had one of the best recoveries. So yeah, I don't think it's a bad time to buy Sui. Just you don't want to go all in yet, because we can definitely get some lower price points here based on the time right now. I mean, the best time to buy was right here. So, you know, shout out to the people that bought Sui at $2, $2.30, $2.40. But like I said, you want to buy coins that look like this. Even though it's up a ton, even though Sui's up a lot, it's showing you all the signs that it will recover. You don't want to buy a coin that's down a lot just because the price is low. There's a higher chance it won't recover. So, you know, like Polkadot, for example. I mean, look, Polkadot, yeah, it's super low price. It's, you know, compared to its all-time high, but it's super low for a reason. And Sui is super high for a reason, because it's very bullish. So M2, yeah, check out the M2. Yeah, like the M2 supply, it's honestly, it's always gonna keep going up, and this is why you guys gotta invest. You know, saving. A lot of people say savings and all this stuff. Saving is not a good long term. Just my opinion. I think it's important to save, obviously, for like short-term things, but the best example I can give is, like, imagine people that worked during like the 90s or 80s or early 2000s, and they just saved and saved and didn't buy a house and didn't buy stocks and just saved and saved. Imagine their money, what it'll be worth today, versus if they bought a house or if they bought stocks back then. You see? So that's what I mean by saving long term. But yeah, M2 supply, it's always gonna keep going up. The thing is, and the reason why we have so much inflation, everyone, like, I always go on Facebook or on these platforms and people are just like clueless. They're like, oh, why is inflation so high? Well, you know, why are all these prices so high? And it's like, do you know anything about what the government's, what the world's been doing the last years since the pandemic? Do you even know what they did? They printed trillions of dollars. I mean, they printed trillions of currency, not just the US, but all over the world. And you can see right here, I mean, this was the biggest. I mean, look, we've always been going up, but right here, we just go like vertical, right? I mean, if you would have gone up at the normal rate, would have been something like this. Here, we just, boom. So, yeah. And that's why houses are crazy up. That's why everything's expensive. It's because of the money printing. Not just the money printing, the fact that we printed over like 40% of the supply from the pandemic, during the pandemic. That's why Bitcoin is, I mean, that's why we had the altcoin season back in 2021. Yeah, you know, I mean, like I said, I meant like saving long term, like long term saving, right? I said temporary saving is pretty good. It's, you know, it's good to save temporary depending on the situation. Thank you, Summer. Thank you for the likes. You guys have been killing with the likes. We got 16,000 likes. You guys have been killing on YouTube too. My goal is to reach at least 50K. I'm at 37K subscribers on YouTube. I want to reach at least 50K during this bull market cycle. So that's within this year and the next year. And here on TikTok, I want to reach 50K too. I think it's possible. We got 30K at the moment. And yeah, I believe once we get all the media, all the hype back into crypto, you're going to see so much people back in crypto. So maybe a good signal is when we got a bunch of people in the lives, a bunch of views going up. That's going to be a good signal. That's a good time to sell. Because that's exactly what we got recently. I mean, people are watching, you know, a bunch of TikToks. Views were up. Live streams were up big here, right, during this time period. I wouldn't say it was to the same level as 2021, but it was still pretty up there. So let me take a look here at my watch list. This is my watch list. Foxy's up 18%. Not bad. This is on the daily. Take a look on the weekly. Wow, VRA up 102%. Zcash up 9%. On the monthly though, a lot of coins up big on the monthly, right? Especially Turbo. Yeah, I have VRA. Actually, I stake it. Yeah, I have a huge variety of coins, guys. I have a big diversified portfolio. Like, VRA is not my biggest holding, but I do have it. And it's been pretty disappointing. I'm not gonna lie, right? The chart doesn't look too good either, but I'm happy though. I'm happy with this pump. I mean, when we broke out of this uptrend here, which we were looking great right here, right? VRA was looking great right here. When we broke out of this and then put this new higher low and then it broke to support, definitely not good. Right on the chart structure. But let's see if VRA can recover here. The first step would be breaking this support level, this resistance. We're probably gonna come down to retest it and then do some type of reversal like that. So I'm still bullish on VRA. The chart, to be honest, is not bullish. It's bullish short term, right? We had a beautiful bounce, but long term, we still got a lot to go for VRA. Algo. Let's take a look at Algo. I do have some Algo too. See, look, Algo's chart's a lot more bullish. You see how the structure is more bullish? We're on this uptrend, even though it's a long-term uptrend, putting in higher lows, higher highs. So I do like Algorand a lot. That 0.78 Fibonacci right there, support. Held out like a beast. And now it's looking for its next target here, back to the 618 around 29.30 cents. So we might see Algorand at 30 cents pretty soon. Hey brother, what was the beat name, the previous one? It's called this. I'm gonna share it right here on the screen. It's called Patience Diala. Patience Diala. Let me know, just let me know if it's the right one. But yeah, Algorand is looking good. You think Turbo will make a 5-8x in the bull run? Man. I'll take a look at Turbo real quick, but I think Turbo has everything to do some big X's. Maybe even more than 5 and 8x, to be honest. I mean, I think, yeah, 5, 8, at least 5 for sure. But it's one of the most bullish meme coins here, even based on the charts, as we can see right here for Turbo, right? We're getting a little bit of resistance here at that 0.23, but really Turbo is going to start to move when Ethereum moves, because like I said, Ethereum is just like that. Once this starts to move, it's going to lift up all the coins on its ecosystem, including meme coins. So that's why, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, why does Ethereum have to move first? Why Ethereum, blah, blah, blah. Well, it's because there's so much on Ethereum, and once it starts to move, that later or during that time, it flows into its coins, right? Its ecosystem, and Turbo's one of them. So the biggest sign is once Ethereum starts to move, you're going to start to see Turbo to basically outperform it eventually. So I do think Turbo can do it. And Turbo's still pretty low, I believe, right? It's pretty still low market cap. I don't even know what number it's at, but let me see if it's definitely in the top 100, right? Let me try to find Turbo. Oh wow. Now Turbo is still pretty low market cap here. We can see Turbo. We can see Turbo's at 125. You see that? So it's still not in the top 100. I think it went in the top 100 at some point, but it's at 125. So yeah, SPX is even above it. So even Brett too. So yeah, look, I'm super bullish on Brett and Turbo as like my lower cap meme coins. You know what I mean? I have other way lower cap meme coins, but as far as like out of the top 100, you know, besides Pepe, Bonk, Doge, those are two meme coins I'm bullish on. I think Algo, yeah, I think Algo can definitely go to $1. Yeah. Why don't you think Turbo will do well? I think Turbo is gonna be like that meme coin that's just gonna be famous for being built from an AI, and it's just gonna be like that #1 AI made meme coin. And it's gonna kind of like, I feel like it's gonna kind of promote AI and make like, oh yeah, look, you know, the AI created this successful meme coin. You know, this is why AI is the best. Blah blah blah. That's what I feel. That's how I feel about Turbo. Will Shiba do good? Anytime, greater C. Yeah, look, I still believe in Shiba. I'm still bullish on Shiba. Shiba's at a point right now where it's basically building support at its previous bear market resistance. You got to understand this level right here where Shiba's at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't even know how much months. It took 2022, May 2022, and then March 2024 to break out under this level. You see that? So I guess Shiba's down a lot. People are impatient. People are freaking out. But you got to look on the bright side, and you got to see that we're above that bear market level that we were in for years below. And I just believe we're building support here to eventually wake up and start moving up. So it's going to depend a lot on its fundamentals. Again, I think the key with Shiba is burning the Shiba supply with Shibarium and all that. So it's very reliant in its team and its tokenomics. But I'm definitely bullish. Thanks, brother. I agree on Turbo. When ETH pumps, Shiba pumps big time. Yeah. When ETH pumps, Shiba's going to pump big. Turbo's going to pump big. Pepe's going to pump big. Right? And when Solana pumps, Bonk's going to pump big. And, you know, not all the meme coins, but the meme coins that have been looking great on the charts, have good tokenomics, not super inflated, those coins are going to do very well. This is that time you guys want to spend time right now researching those coins that look good on the charts, has good tokenomics, and is showing life, like it's showing a rebound following the market. That's what you guys want to spend time on, researching those coins. Like you don't want to buy coins that fell down hard with this market and is still down hard, and it's not like showing any life, and it doesn't have any good tokenomics and, you know, all that. You know what I mean? Because like, yeah, Turbo fell down hard, right? So Turbo fell down it fell down big. But when you zoom out and you see Turbo's chart, you can see that, you know, it's up. I mean, it's been up a ton here. And it's showing the last 2 months have been amazing. The last weeks or so have been amazing rebound here for Turbo, recovering at least half of what it came down. So when you see especially a meme coin react like this, that's a good sign. That's a green flag. You see what I'm saying? So just want to tell you guys that. I think it's a good price down Solana. I want a big dump tomorrow, so I think I'll fill my bags. Yeah, maybe we'll get a big dump. We'll see. You know, as far as Solana, I do think it's a good buying opportunity. You know, under 150. I mean, just seeing how much support is in this level right here, and you can see Solana maintaining the support for since December 2023, right? We just been above the support level. It's just been a lot of buys here, a lot of big buys here. So, you know, Solana also being down here. I mean, we went as high. We're down about 50%. It is one of the top layer ones out there. I do think it's a great buying opportunity below 150. But yeah, guys, I'll be live again hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully there's good news tomorrow with the rate cuts, or maybe we want the market to come down lower to add to our bags. We'll see. But I'll be live again, and thank you to all you guys who liked. Definitely follow, join my WAP, join my Telegram. It's free on the WAP, where you can check out my indicators too. But I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Love you guys. Peace.